part 2 of the greenhouse build. I should have covered this in my first part, but I'm just going to cover this door, how I made this. This is womanized lumber, as well as the 2x4s on the back wall in the box for the 16-inch diameter thermostatic controlled electric fan. And on this end, what I did was I pretty much the same thing on the top. You know, I notched it and cut the boards to the radius of the hoop, so it wouldn't snag up on the 2x4s, and then sprayed all that stuff down with that rubberized coating. You can use anything you want to cover it up. You just don't want your tarp to end up tearing up on whatever you use. And of course, I built this outer frame first out of 2x4, and I'll show you how. Well, I can't show you right now how I attached that, but I'll tell you how I attached the bottom. Is I put 2 of those number 10 4-inch screws into this bottom stud, and then did the same thing on the sides, and then I put 3 of those 4-inch screws in that bottom stud, and then I did the door frame in the garage on the floor, and brought it out here, and I used 2 screws to put this door up and hold it in place. And I put down at the bottom a spacer, shim, so to speak, so that it wouldn't, when I got all finished, it wouldn't sag and be scraping the 2x4 on the bottom. So I got about a 1/8 of an inch gap along the bottom, and that's great. So anyway, what I did was I put 2 screws inside the door, one here, and fastened it to the frame, and that made that real tight fit. And then I did another one right here, about midway up, or 3/4 of the way up, and that secured it to the frame. And that, of course, that top over there is screwed in on the ground. And then what I did is I came inside and I made these 2x4 cross braces so that the door would stay square, you know, so it wouldn't sag. And I just used those same number 10 deck screws. I can't say that enough. They're 4-inch long deck screws, boy, and they are some of the toughest screws I've ever used. And if you have to take them out, the head don't break off like some of them cheap ones. They're expensive, but they're worth it. Anyway, that's my cross basing situation, and I put another board in the center, and then of course put 2 screws from the inside of the door while I had it open. I got it screwed shut right now, right here, about 3/4 of the way up, and then I got it screwed shut about 2 inches off the bottom. And I did that because when I get the tarp put over the top of it, I want to be able to staple the vinyl to the 2x4's frame and the door, and then I'm going to, of course, cut the vinyl on the seam, or cut the vinyl on the crack right here of the door, and so you can open and close it. And I'll do that all the way around the door. Anyway, part 2 finished, over and out.